Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding. All right, welcome back to Back Society. I'm your co-host here with my other co-hosts.
S.
And of course,
C Money, baby.
C Money.
I'm over here. Yes.
Wearing his McLaren.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good season for F1. I'm excited.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Isn't that like the fastest growing new sport or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's new sport, maybe in America.
Well, yeah, it's definitely the fastest growing sport, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I personally prefer the NASCAR.
Nah, dude. NASCAR is losers, dude.
For losers, dude.
No, NASCAR, you're just turning left.
Yeah, man. It's a sport.
Bro, if I wanted to watch somebody run around in a circle, I just watch my kids. I don't care about NASCAR.
That's gay.
NASCAR is gay.
NASCAR is gay. What are you talking? Are you calling? You're gonna call fucking Jeff Gordon gay? Dale Earnhardt?
Who is
gay?
that? Wait,
Wow.
didn't they call him? Didn't they call Jeff Gordon gay the whole time he was racing?
No, they called him a cheater. There's a difference.
He was a gay cheater.
Are you gonna call Danica Patrick gay?
I hate Danica Patrick, dude.
But she is, though.
First of all, no. So Danica Patrick does commentary for F1. It is the worst commentary I have ever heard. And I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Yeah, I was like, she was an IndyCar driver, right? So she understands open-wheeled racing. I've never heard such there was no intellectual prowess here. She was like, how was the race? Did you I know you won, but did you think you were gonna win? And you're just sitting there like, what are we doing here?
But like, that's a very deep question. Did you have any hope that you would actually win this?
There's no depth. You could tell like her brain just isn't working.
Maybe she got nervous, dude.
No, and so she was on the F1 channel, and then they got rid of her, and then she went to Sky Sports or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And dude, if you go on like X and stuff, I mean, people just rip her a new one. She is so bad. She's not insightful. You can tell she just doesn't she doesn't understand the sport to the level that a casual fan even understands the sport. Like she's like, oh, I heard of you. You're Lewis Hamilton. Oh. And then like, that's all you get. And you're just like, oh man, she has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know who she's talking to.
But like, I didn't know that was Hamilton.
She didn't win. She didn't watch the race. And it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, how do you still have a job? I'm telling you, dude. It makes me so annoying. And then they have like these other guys. So like, they have like this, it's mostly like British commentators.
Yeah, imagine.
But then they had this like this one like Canadian guy. He's like really good. He was like an IndyCar driver, and you can tell he's like very technical. He understands the physics behind like the race cars and has some experience, and he can relate it to his experience. Danica Patrick, just like she's been out of racing so long, you can tell she has no idea what she's talking about. She's whatever. Got me.
Have you ever listened to her podcast though?
No, why?
She does have one, doesn't she?
She's so dumb, dude. There's nothing there to like listen to.
She's pretty insightful.
No, she's not.
No,
there's no way.
Listen, you do not listen to no Danica Patrick podcast. Shut up, dude.
Dude, I mean, like, no, there are a couple people that I follow, and they would just happen to go on her podcast. Like, Jimmy Corsetti. He's been on that podcast.
What does she know about anything he says?
He only does that because he's like a hardcore Trumper, and she came out as like a hardcore Trumper.
I mean, I couldn't.
She is a hardcore Trumper,
and they're just.
She used to date Aaron Rodgers.
She did.
Yeah,
right? That's right. No wonder she sucks.
No, dude. I just hate her literally for her F1 commentary.
Like, you know what though? You know what? Somebody honestly, somebody is using her for her name, and her name's not even probably that big. But her name is
a trailblazer
the NASCAR or whatever.
They hated her in NASCAR,
but she has some type of name, right? Like we all know who she is. She has 400,000 followers. People are just using her name. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, her podcast is
People
called
are
Pretty
just using her
Intense.
name to bring people on for money. Just
Bro.
using her.
Bro.
If she's that bad, then they're just using her.
It wasn't until she kind of like took a stand politically that they all were like, "Oh, Danica Patrick, that's right, she's cool." And then like, "Oh wait, you never did anything in NASCAR." She was the first female driver in NASCAR, and they hated her. They despised her.
If there was
and then
one
they
thing
were
about
like,
your flailing career is to like, come out as MAGA and people will support you emphatically, dude.
Nah,
people do it
she
all
was
the
breaking
time.
boundaries. She was breaking
like,
boundaries.
"Oh, she's kind of hot, I guess." Oh yeah, she's like Trump. Yeah.
No, she was breaking boundaries. Girls can drive, okay? That's what she was trying to let you guys know.
You are just
no, they can drive well. They just can't
right
park.
now, dude.
I'm looking it up right now.
He is talking out his ass, dude. He's not listening.
I know he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
I'm looking at her episode. Did you watch the Carrie Lake one? Is that what sold you on her?
What, that dummy? Oh my god, dude!
She did interview Jimmy Corsetti.
All right,
absolutely right.
Here we go. Here we go. NASCAR Cup Series best finish 24th in the whole entire race. She had 7 top 10 finishes. She had 0 wins, 1 pole, and she drove for 7 years, 191 races.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Bro, first of all, you guys aren't
it.
You guys are getting it.
IndyCar, she did have 1 win.
There you go.
Good job.
She's a girl breaking into a male dominant sport.
She broke in so hard, no other female could follow her. Great. Good job. You really broke down that glass ceiling.
And she won.
Oh my god, she interviewed Brian Johnson, that fucking live forever billionaire.
That guy's so
he's gonna get hit by a bus.
He's the guy. He's gonna get killed by an asteroid. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
look, I want you to know this is the title of the podcast of her interview. It's called "Don't Die: Increase Erections, Have Better Sleep, and Keep Your Brain Sharp."
Hold on. You know, Brian Johnson compares himself to his son, right? Like, that's low-key weird.
I mean, that's where he gets his blood
really
transfusions. Is through his son. I mean, when they say live through your son, live through your kids, you can do that or just become your kids. Why not?
The guy's dude, he's weird. Like, he's obsessed.
This is why I just like people revere billionaires, like rich people, like so much, like reveal them like they have to be geniuses at everything they do. And sometimes they're just really dumb. They're just really dumb with a lot of money.
You do know Danica Patrick interviewed Billy Carson. I just want you to know.
Oh
he
my
did do a podcast.
Billy,
what is with you and gravitating towards grifters?
First of all, Billy Carson's fall from grace is pretty impressive. I really love it. Like, even when Joe Rogan's being like, "Yeah, this guy just sucks. He's just," you can tell he doesn't know what he's talking about. You're like, it's over. When Joe Rogan had you on and then says you're a grifter, it's over, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The only reason I even know this guy was because I saw a picture of him. I was just like, oh, I didn't realize will.i.am lost all that weight.
He does look like will.i.am. Yeah, dude.
He looks nothing like will.i.am.
He looks like, yes, he does look like will.i.am. Don't give me that.
Hold on. Billy Carson is 55 years old, though. Good for his age.
He looks.
I'm not afraid to say.
Black don't crack.
You know what I mean,
bro?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think he belongs on podcasts.
He's trying to make money,
or maybe he's actually Anunnaki, and he was trying to tell us through his own way.
See, I like where your head's
dude.
At,
that's
Chris.
insane. It's possible, man. They're still
put me on Danica's show. Book me now. I got this.
They're still digging up the old city of Ur. They might find his old house.
Dude,
they found Abraham
start
somehow.
the podcast.
What? How do you start that podcast?
How would she start it?
She was like, I heard you like a race and stuff.
She was like, who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Tell me about you. Oh, cool. And then she'd be like, let me think for like 8 minutes.
Oh, hold on.
I feel like
did
she
listen to
doesn't
like
know what to respond to like the whole like, oh, let me
Her
talk to you
podcast.
about Anunnaki and ancient Mesopotamia. I don't feel like she's gonna know what to say to that.
Yeah.
she is. I remember listening to her podcast one time, like years ago, and it was like she's really into like metaphysical stuff, and I'm like, it's kind of hard to get on board. Like, she's like, I believe in that. She was so very enthusiastic
What do you mean? Believe
about
in what?
like the like metaphysics and stuff like
What
that.
do you mean by metaphysics? Metaphysics has an actual definition.
Like,
What do you mean by
like mind over matter type stuff. Like the 7 chakras.
That's not metaphysics, but okay.
That is metaphysics.
What are you talking?
Right.
I feel like we had an episode where occult and occult meant the same thing.
Hold on. No. Cults use occult practices.
Not all the time, dude. It's not exclusive.
God doesn't
Come on, man.
That's not necessarily what it's not exclusive.
Come on, man. Come on. You guys can't do this to me. I know it.
You don't know
I know it.
You don't even know what a cult really is.
Yeah, huh? It's about people coming together.
Let's move on. I'm not getting sucked into this again.
Worshiping me.
I love the occult, dude. I have so many books on it
that you haven't read.
I have read them. Look at my fucking bookshelf, dude. I have so many.
All right, look at my bookshelf.
That is a nice curtain.
You know what I mean?
No.
Let's see. Look. Hold on. Let's book.
Awake. I don't even know what that is. Awake by
what is that?
I don't know.
Angelo what?
By Angelo. Is it Dulio? Dulio. I have never heard of
Angelo DeLulo. I've heard of that.
I've never heard of it. It's a master. Hold on, let's see this. You can wake up from the dream of separation. If you know what that means, then you're in luck. The entire book was written for you. If you're unsure but curious, let me assure you that regardless of your interests, personalities, background, and belief system, the possibility is available to you. Simply stated, waking up means living a life of spontaneousness. Wonder, freedom, and unbroken peace. You've always known it to be possible, haven't you? Of course you have. It's your birthright. Yeah.
Hey, here's the thing. Scott doesn't know he's been muted for the last 2 minutes.
He's still muted.
He still has no idea. He was making, when you were reading, he was making little quips.
No. Come on, dude.
I was saying I liked your voice, how you were saying it. It was like I was getting ready to watch a movie or something.
This is all I saw. I saw you going like this. I was like, what?
Hey, don't make fun of my guy, Angelo. All right. He's a doctor. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doctor. He knows what he's doing.
Wait. Is he a doctor or does he have a doctorate? Those are two different things.
Both.
He's a medical doctor.
Is it going to be in science fiction again or something?
No, this is not science fiction. No, this is more
science
Zen.
fact, maybe.
This is Zen. He's a
he has a master's.
What's his name? Angelo Derulo? Angelo Derulo.
I was going to say, I don't know about that one. Life altering.
This is where awake. This is where woke culture.
He's an anesthesiologist.
Wait. Woke culture? What are you talking about?
Because woke really just means awake, but they robbed it from Buddha. Because the Buddha just means the awakened one.
No, Buddha is the enlightened one.
It's the same thing.
I mean, woke came from Black liberation.
It was more like social injustice.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is they stole the word.
You can't steal a word.
I stole your name. My name's C now. C Money.
That's
And it's not fine. Go to the source, people. Go to the source.
I don't think the Buddha has like the copyright on woke.
He's a trademark on enlightenment.
It's not woke, it's awake. It's like a bootlegged version of awake.
No, bro, you saying woke enough.
I don't think woke and enlightenment were meant to mean the same thing.
I don't think so.
Because
I don't think if you're woke enough that you can reach nirvana.
No, but they tried it to make it like that. Okay, right? So every single day, people they live on what's that word that I'm looking for? Chris, what's the word?
Don't use it, whatever it is, because you're gonna steal it from somebody.
Oh my god, what is that word?
What do you mean?
Government.
Wait.
Okay. It's
Wait. Explain what you can say.
Like auto, like
autoimmune deficiency syndrome, AIDS.
What is up? USA? What? No. When you're doing something, but you're auto.
You're working on. You're like automatic about it.
Yeah, everything is
autoerotic
asphyxiation.
What?
Autodidactic?
No, it's.
What do you say? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, he wrote this book when he was 24.
It's really easy. It's like auto. Like okay, you're going through everyday life, right? You're not conscious. You're just being automatic with everything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you're in NPC mode.
You're in NPC mode. Yeah. You're in NPC mode, right? But then when you sit still for a while, you question your mind, you see through your mind, and you stopped. You take control of your mind. You become enlightened. You become awake when you're consciously present every day. When you're consciously present, you're not. How some people would drive their car home and then they're like, oh yeah, I forgot how I even got home so quickly or whatever, because your mind is constantly. Yeah, your mind is constantly.
You're thinking of autopilot, aren't you?
Autopilot. Thank you. Okay, most people live their lives on autopilot mode, right? They do the same thing every day, and
dude. I live my life on full self-driving, son. I don't mess with that cheap ass autopilot.
Full self-driving, bro.
FSD, dude.
But anyway, what you do is when you become conscious, you take off that autopilot mode. There's a saying, it's called like chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Okay. The difference is that you're conscious, like you're present. Like you're aware of your surroundings. You can you're here. You're not in your mind thinking. You're here. You know how like some people are always like, oh, I don't know, my mind is racing. Like some people can't sleep because their mind is racing and stuff like that. Or, like your mind is constantly running and people don't know how to turn their mind off. They just take drugs and stuff like that. Being present is how you turn your mind off. The longer
Wait. How can you be present if your mind's turned off? You just said it's autopilot.
No, autopilot is when your mind is continuously running. Because if you're constantly thinking, you're always observing your thoughts instead of being here in the present.
Aren't your thoughts in the present though?
No. Well, they arise in the present, but they take your eye away from it. They take your eye. You're not fully here present. You're always observing your thoughts instead of observing, being here. Dude, all you guys got to do is like meditate 10 days a day or 10 minutes a day, and it would just come naturally. And then you start getting downloads. You just start becoming geniuses.
Nobody downloads is the biggest crock of shit ever, dude.
Stop with that download bullshit.
Dude, the moment I start hearing downloads, I'm like, yep, you're done.
The universe is downloading its infinite knowledge into your head, bro. I feel like a time lord.
I love the downloads are just so generic enough where they could be like, oh, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I've heard that before. They're like, it's different, and people are like, oh, whoa.
Whoa.
It's
like I'm high again.
I mean, I get downloads all the time.
From who?
From the universe.
From the Anunnaki.
What the hell kind of downloads are you getting?
Yeah, like what's a download? Give us your latest download.
Here.
Yeah.
Here's
right.
the difference, right?
Upload it. Let's go.
The difference is when you say I think or I know. Like, I think this is right. Nah, I know this is right.
I never say I think. I would never admit to defeat.
I think, therefore I am.
That's true. That's Descartes.
Yeah, but that's wrong. Because because that's your ego. You are not your mind.
I feel like we had a teacher in MSJ who used to like berate us for thinking.
That's fair.
You are not your mind. People have to learn how to separate themselves, who they are, from their thoughts.
Then how did you know that you're not in the Matrix?
You are in the Matrix because everything is labeled.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is the mind manifested, unless you go inward.
But how do you know that your whole world around you is not manifested from your mind?
I just said it is.
It's not.
So
yeah,
you don't. So right now, from my point of view, you don't truly exist.
We're all one. I mean, if you want to get to the bottom of it,
we're all
one
plugged
of what?
into the singular matrix.
We're all one. We're all one consciousness, all together. Experience.
Now we're all one consciousness.
Well, when you go inside, if you guys meditate and have downloads, this is what happens. You come to these realizations.
I think you're not getting the full download, bro.
Someone pulled the plug on the cloud.
I think there's interruption. Yeah, it's just an error code over and over. Could not complete. It's like that weird file. Like, damn
it. Did I get the wrong code? What's going on here?
There's like a file there, but it's 0 kilobytes. Here, like what the fuck?
It's like an empty TXT.
It's just an archive, an artifact. It's like,
dude, if we're all one mind, I'm trying to tell like fucking like Elon to like leave the government right now.
Bro, no, I like what Elon's doing.
Why do you like what Elon's doing?
Because he's calling out these corrupt sources.
He's not calling out anything, dude. He's making rash judgments and just completely taking stuff out of context without understanding anything.
But hold on. Are these things that
No, not but hold on. What?
Are these things that people knew before?
Yes.
I'm sure nobody knew that there was a 300-year-old receiving Medicare.
They're not. That's not what that says. It also said that there was 23 it had enough of the entire US population on there.
I know that didn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense because that's not what it was saying. They were taking the whole chart out of complete context.
Oh, really? 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 So you're saying there's not dead people that are receiving Medicare?
No.
How do you know?
First of all, not Medicare because they're dead. You're talking about Social Security. So first of all, get the term right. And where's it going? I mean, it's
going into somebody else's pocket.
I'm sure there is some corruption out there when it comes to that and people cheating the system. But once your death is reported, you lose Social Security. It's just how it is.
Hey, actually, I know some corruption.
I know. That's how you think how it is. But Elon Musk is telling you that's not how it is.
That's not what he's telling you. He's saying, I found this chart with these dates and this number of people. Therefore, and then if you take that chart and you said, all these people are going to get Social Security, it was like $22 trillion a month.
How do you know?
That's the number that would have to be if we were paying that out.
And that's because the number that would have to be.
They use like an average of like $1,600 because that's what like Social Security is.
Let's look up this chart.
The chart doesn't make any sense. There's no context behind it. Nowhere does it say this is a chart of people getting paid for this age.
Yeah, that's he's really just pulling pieces of charts saying, "Hey guys, this is bad." And then you have a legion of people going like, "Yeah, it is."
I don't know, dude. I don't know
because most of his stuff is tied to value in stock.
Exactly. So then, what are we talking about? Rich.
We're talking about the richest man in America.
Okay, go on.
With unfettered access to the government.
That is what you don't like, is that unfeathered access to the government.
I mean, why don't we just give it to the Rothschilds then if you don't care?
I mean, low key, I mean, they probably do have a hand in there.
I mean, obviously it doesn't bother you if you're fine with Elon Musk.
They all have their hand in the
I think
pie.
the biggest issue people have is he's focused on
going after these people.
Organizations that have open cases that are investigating him.
I mean,
to me, that's corruption first and foremost.
That is.
So what are we talking about?
We were talking about, this is what we were talking about. The richest man being in there. I mean, like, look, there are everything has two sides. Everything is corruption, right? All of these people are corrupt. How do you have $100,000 salary and have $200 million net worth? Like, no.
How do you? I mean, like, how is your car company worth all other car companies combined, but you haven't really produced anything in like 6 years?
Teslas?
Yeah.
Tesla, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
They haven't really produced anything in a long time.
Oh, you stop it right there.
What was the last major thing they produced?
You know what?
What do you mean produce? What do you mean by produce?
You're a car company. Where's your other cars? Where's the Speedster that people that was promised around 2018?
Whoa.
Roadster.
Are you talking about innovating and putting out new products? I mean, they're pumping out like 1.5 million cars a year. What are you talking about produced?
Like, okay, yeah, innovating and producing new things.
That's not the same thing. Like, I don't care if your car company's putting out new models every year. I think, honestly, the fewer models you have, probably the better they're going to be. I think one of the worst things car manufacturers ever did was try to put out a new model and up it every year.
Well, if you're also like leveraging your car company value and also being a tech company, shouldn't you be innovating too?
Do you hold on though? Do you think?
No, you don't. I don't think you have to.
That's usually what is your wealth is tied to. And when it comes to the stock market, is as a tech company, is you innovating.
That's speculation.
The only reason Apple's been stalling.
No, that's just Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was the only one that came up with like innovation.
Because Apple's boring now, dude.
They're also not really producing anything
but
new
they're user friendly
anymore.
Apple is user friendly.
Maybe there's nothing new. Maybe there's nothing new to innovate.
I don't think there's been anything new in a long time. You're right on that.
I mean, they put out them dumbass goggles that didn't take off, and that was innovative.
Well, I mean, the price tag was also $3,500.
They said it wasn't, it was a niche thing. It was for people. They literally came out and said it's for rich people. Like, that's pretty much what they said.
Apple is for rich people. It's a luxury good.
I mean, all cell phones are luxury goods.
Well, I mean, like Android at least tries to be cheap.
Android is a software. It's an operating system.
Sorry.
What? Oh my God, you guys are too political correct. Too PC right now. Here, I have a conspiracy. What if Elon? What if Elon
followed up with a conspiracy?
What if Elon is in the White House?
He is.
Make sure that no, to make sure that China doesn't come in there with their cars and Spain doesn't come in with their cars and
with the Cupra
and take over Tesla, dude.
I mean, I'm sure that has something to do with it.
I don't. That's probably true.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, hey,
well, it's what's so weird though is because Elon, like Tesla's made a really big push to get into the Chinese market. But I mean, what our tariffs on Chinese vehicles is 100% or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably looking for that kind of stuff. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, because
the fact that he wants to audit NASA, to me, like, that's an automatic conflict of interest.
He wants to audit NASA?
Yeah, they want to go through all the NASA stuff. And they're like, everybody's like, well, all these contracts are public and stuff, but like what he's going to learn is how they rate and grade contract proposals. So then now he's going to have inside information to make sure his proposal is always going to meet the criteria to be selected.
And I'm pretty sure the current NASA chief is also one of his former underlings.
Yeah.
Like he used to work for SpaceX.
I know. Do you guys know who Tim Taylor is?
No.
He
No,
was
I only know Tim Tebow. Praise the Lord.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
the Lord. He was Elon's handler at NASA.
Oh, is that guy who said he didn't want to talk to him, but wanted to talk to the actual CEO because Elon didn't know what he was talking about?
Yeah, and
then he got forced out.
But I want to say that no, he didn't get forced out. He's still there. But I do want to say this though. I do want to say that
Tim Taylor is the main character of Home Improvement. That's the
it is. That's what I thought. I was like, I was like, are we talking about Tool Time right now or?
No, he's a real guy. He's a real guy. I think his like X handle is like Rocket Man or something. But anyway, what I mean, like, I think Elon can't get into the Chinese market because, like, the Chinese
they have a factory over there.
Yeah, but aren't they outbeating like Teslas? Like they're cheaper to make and they're just better.
Well, they're only cheaper to make because they're subsidized by the Chinese government.
Oh, geez, I didn't know they were subsidized.
Everything in China is subsidized by the government.
I didn't know that.
Command economy, baby.
Is that why food? Do you think China's in their golden age right now?
No, I think they're coming down. I think they're on their way down. Yeah. I mean,
once they started, ridiculous.
Once they admitted to like a contraction in their population, everybody was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, dude. They were stupid and did that one child thing, right?
Well, that was like 2 decades ago.
Yeah, but it has lasting effects for generations.
Well, they started making, because there was always like questions about like the growth in China and how true it was. And then once it was like so undeniable and they had to admit that they weren't growing anymore, people were like, okay, we were probably right. They've been probably struggling longer than they've let on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I swear to God, if I see one more of these, like 90% of Chinese people own their houses in China debt free, I'm like, dude, go fuck yourself.
They do, man. That's one of the positives of communism, man. People just don't. You get like
they own their tiny little box.
They have their boxes, but they're not homeless. They're not homeless.
They're not homeless.
No,
hold on.
They get a job. They get rations.
There's different. Have you ever seen the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Where there's like
yeah.
There's like different tiers. They're like tier 1, the neighborhood 1 or neighborhood 2. What was that? Like levels?
They're like districts.
Yeah. Districts. It's like that in China.
Oh,
there's like
100%, dude.
Yeah, there's like, I mean, like,
China's,
you know what
I
mean? Like, yeah. So it's like that in China. It's like, yeah, groceries are good. I mean, like, it's cheap if you're in like District 1. You know, you get robots giving you stuff, all that type of stuff. Then you go to District 2, and it's like, okay, you know, but when you go all the way down to the district, bro, it's
District 12, bro. It's
like 3 million people, dude. It's like, dude, there's a whole lot of people on one loaf of bread. You know,
I have no doubt in my mind that they have real Hunger Games in China. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. And what was it? They were talking about, like, you know, there's a big thing about like the illegal immigrants and blah, 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 blah. Apparently China has like an immigration population of like 300 million people.
Yeah.
It's like the size of the US.
Yeah.
That are not be Chinese citizens, and they do like bullshit labor just to get by, and they're all poor. They're all like,
are they like legit slaves?
I mean, there's a lot of countries with like legit slaves. China's one of them. Saudi Arabia has like legit slaves.
Qatar. I remember
legit slaves.
FIFA was supposed to have Qatar. No, when FIFA went there, because Qatar was hosting the FIFA Cup the World Cup.
People to death to get that shit up, dude. It was insane.
They were like, dude, you had 200 people living in like a 2-room dorm. What is going on here? And they're like, yeah, we all come to this country because it's one of the richest countries, and now we're all stuck here. We get no money. I'm like, gee.
Yeah,
glad I was there.
Like, just getting all that labor from like what South Asia. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's
But I
crazy.
mean, like, like, I think Elon though is
He's
he
Saint Elon.
I think he's competing because I think Trump knows he can help him compete against China. Like, I think that's their mastermind, right?
I'm sure, but like you have to also realize at what cost,
Everything,
because
dude.
with them slashing all these agencies, they're not going to bat an eye at it, but you might feel it,
Dude,
I
I've
mean,
been feeling
I'm
this
gonna be
inflation.
honest. I don't really care about USAID. I don't care about some of those like little ass baby agencies.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
neither do I.
me, it's just the unfettered access to things without vetting, and there's no accountability. There's
My
no
thing
accountability.
my thing is that's people that been doing this. Elon is just like the first like celebrity that has been like in the front.
I mean,
That has
Doing what?
like
again, like last week, we also said like Clinton and Reagan also had brought in like business minded people to like balance the budget or costs where it is, but it's not like this.
This is my issue too is the government. You can't treat it like a business, right? In like Silicon Valley, it's go fast, break things, and fix them. Right? This is go fast, break things, and there's no fix because they don't know what they're doing. Right? There's no expertise.
they've only
All
been in office for a month.
And not to mention, those were supposed to be having
they're
an
only in
advisory
office
role.
altogether for
Seems
4
more than
years.
that.
Exactly.
So a month over a term of 4 years, like that's a substantial chunk.
I mean, like, what? So out of 48 months, they have 47 months, and they're just now turning things over.
To
I mean, like,
do
come
what?
on. We don't know yet. We don't know their
Everybody
master
says
plan.
you only get to govern for the first 100 days. That's it. That's all you get. Your first 100 days are the most important in the presidency. And I get it. And you can wait till after the first 100 days. But like at the end of the day, they're doing some of this stuff. And there's no, all they're saying is we're doing this and we're uncovering stuff, but they're not uncovering anything.
Yeah.
It's all a narrative coming from one person.
Who?
Elon.
It is, it
It's
is
just
all
coming
coming.
from him. And then all Trump does is repeat what Elon has already said. Right. And these like Doge counters where like we're saving $50 billion or whatever. Literally at the bottom of it says source is X. No official sourcing from the government.
So then what
Like,
would be what do you think their objective is? Like, what do you think like why they're
I
doing
don't
this?
know. I think it's just because, well,
Do you think
one,
it'll make good TV? Or do you think it's
yeah.
like
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, it definitely drives traffic to X. That's for sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
like one, I know, or do you think it's like
Disruption.
do you think it's a vendetta against the stolen election? Like, let's make Biden's administration look so bad because he stole my election last year. I'm gonna have Elon Musk just go
No,
on.
I think it's one of those things where like they found this pulse in MAGA where they're very anti-disestablishment or anti-establishment, not disestablishment, anti-establishment,
But
and they're just going in and they're trying to wreck stuff.
I think
But
they
also,
like.
I think Elon's trying to leverage this opportunity to just
But
consolidate power.
I mean, like Elon, Dick Cheney did it when he was a vice president.
Did what?
He did the same thing with his military contracts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people hate him for it.
Yeah, but it happened, and now Elon's probably gonna.
So wait, the two wrongs make it right now. So because they did it, I get to do it. Like, what are we talking about? That's a terrible example.
Look, politics, rich people, when the government, they all do the same thing.
Doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. But everything in our government is corrupt. And I'm just saying they're doing the same thing.
That's not true at all. Everybody says the government's corrupt. What they mean is politicians are corrupt.
Politicians are corrupt. And some
the everyday civil servant in the government doesn't give two shits.
Right.
They don't have the ability to really be corrupt. You know where the real corruption happens? At state and local government. That's where real fucking corruption happens. There's no federal oversight. There's no congressional oversight. right? These guys get to make little contracts, get kickbacks at the lowest levels. That's where real corruption's happening. It's not happening at the federal government level. Maybe a little bit in more like these guys bumping around from agency to a board and blah, 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 right? They give a favorable contract and then they quit and they go on a board. But like, it's the people who sit in like lower level governments for decades and they don't have to do anything and they're gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And they get their kickbacks.
Illinois is prosecuting someone like that right now, Mike Madigan.
Yeah, like nobody's talking about those guys.
Because it's all politics. It doesn't matter what level you're in. They all do the same thing.
No, yes and no, but I'm saying at the state and local levels.
I know what you're saying. The state,
it's
local,
higher,
and then
it's
guess
easier.
what?
It's
but
way
guess what?
easier.
When those state and local electors move up, they do the same
They don't
thing.
move up. No, the guys that don't move up are the most corrupt because they make too much money to move up.
I don't know, man. People like
There's no eyes on you. There's no eyes on you.
People like that, you know what I mean? They like the ego. They to walk around and be like that guy.
There's people, yeah, but why do you need to be in the Congress when you're a nobody and where you could be at the local level and you could be somebody who can gatekeep and you have local power and influence, legit influence.
Because look, after a while, money is a good drug, but after a while it starts being thin. And then what becomes
I don't think so.
Yup. And then because what's after money is power. Every guy.
There's no power in Congress. If you go and be a member of the House of Representatives, bro, you're a nobody in the beginning.
Right. But listen, how many people besides the people that are in the know or like you or even Jordan know that there's no power in Congress? Like even in the beginning, right?
The people who stay at local government because they don't see the value in it.
If you walk, but still though, I'm telling you,
those people go up to be governor. They don't go up to the federal level to be congressman. Maybe they'll be a senator after they've made their.
There's been a lot of people who we're in the House, and they moved to state level. Like, for example, Ron DeSantis,
Right.
Yeah. People
no one
who
knew who he was when he was a House representative.
He's a nobody.
But he moved up, didn't he?
He became a governor of the local.
He went to a governor to a state. He didn't stay in the federal government because there's no power there.
Okay,
it's one of the reasons why the House and senators, they bark so loud on like podcasts and Twitter because they're trying to be something.
Well, the Senate has more power than the House for sure, right? Mm-hmm. There's only 2 senators for states,
right,
per every state, and they hold more power in Congress. And the value of one senator is worth what, 4 House of Representatives, right? Because there's 430,
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah, there's like 435 of those guys, and there's only 100 senators, right? So a senator's vote is worth more money. And at the end of the day, they just have more prestige, and their terms are longer, and they just have more sway in party politics because they're not up for re-election every 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Nah, every 6, right?
Yeah, but
you don't think so?
That's why you see governors go become senators, but that's it. You know what I mean? And then they'll become president. But nobody's going to the House of Representatives. And if they're at the local level, like those guys know they've hit their ceiling. They get their kickbacks. They have their power and influence. They don't need to go higher because they already have everything they need at that level. And there's too much oversight on the federal government. There really is.
There's a lot of people that can tell no there. And that's why they're
then
these things.
How do you have these Congress people?
And that's eventually there's more eyes on you when you're in the federal level.
But you're you have 100. We just talked about this. You have $100,000 salary and
$174,000,
and your net worth is $20 million.
There's like 8 of those, right?
There's more than 8.
Name them all.
Okay, let me get a list. All right, congressman.
More than $20 million net worth. Also, ones who
those lists are also speculative, by the way.
But also ones that were not independently wealthy before they ran for Congress.
Now you're making all these
Well, no. You can't say.
No. You can't say.
So when you have people like
stable,
Mark,
and then when I
when you have
pull up the stats, you make
people like
requirements.
people like Mark Warner, and I mean, there's a whole bunch of businessmen that became politicians. And they already had a crazy net worth, right? Like they always throw like J.D. Pritzker, who was already a billionaire. You know what I mean? Mark Warner, who's a senator, he's an independently wealthy dude. He started a cell phone company in Virginia, right? He was a governor.
It's true. A lot of these people own businesses. It's why, you know, people aren't going like, man, look at the salary for president. How is Trump a billionaire? You know, no one says that.
That's what I said. I said it on X one time. They were like, you know, how do you get these? I was like, well, Trump only gets paid $400,000 a year, and he's worth a couple billion. And they're like, it's not the same. He doesn't accept the salary. I was like, wait, this guy makes $0 and he's worth $5 billion. That doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
That got them all freaking out.
All right, are you guys ready?
And also, I'm going to say this: when we
Let
say
me know
net
if they
worth,
qualify.
but when we say net worth, are we also including their spouse? Because a lot of these people marry up in the rich families.
Keep adding requirements
all right, Scott, I'm ready for you.
All right.
Nancy
Let me know if
Pelosi.
they count. That was the first one.
That's always number
I
one.
don't even think she's the richest in Congress.
And I will say this: 100% correct. Like no doubt in my mind. Not a doubt in my mind.
Mitt Romney.
He was independently wealthy. His dad started a AMC, American Motor Company. He got into politics because he was already rich, and he was the founder of Bain Capital.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it says.
Wait, you have the cross references ready?
This guy is just all right. Rick Scott.
Rick Scott from Florida, right?
Yeah, I'm Florida.
Yeah, he's a businessman.
He's the richest. They say he's the richest.
He is very wealthy.
Mark Warner.
What did I say? Telos. He started in Telos in Virginia.
Okay. Pete Ricketts.
I don't know who Pete Ricketts is.
Oh, he's well, I don't think he's a congressman. He's a senator.
Never mind. Well,
I've never even heard of that guy.
So is Mark Warner, right? And Rick Scott, they're senators, and Mitt Romney's a senator. I'm telling you, man, rich people go to the Senate. They don't go to the House. The House is for poor, dumb people.
They could also afford the campaign.
Yeah, well, the Senate's expensive, and that's where the power is.
It is. It's
all right.
Right underneath president.
What about Daniel Goldman?
Jew.
Oh well.
In my mind, I was gonna say. In my mind, I was like, I hope he don't say it too. In my mind, I was like, I hope he doesn't say that.
He's a representative, though.
What did I say? No, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I thought. Wait a minute. He's a representative. I thought he was a lawyer. He's a representative.
Stop it.
Since when?
Yeah, he's a representative.
That must have been recent.
Oh, for New York, he's a representative from New York.
Oh, he just got elected in 2023. He was one of the prosecutors for Trump's impeachment.
Interesting.
I was wondering why that sounded familiar.
Okay, here's how you know this guy was already rich. On his Wikipedia, it just says Daniel Sachs Goldman. Oh, Goldman Sachs. That's interesting. Daniel Sachs Goldman is an American attorney, politician, and heir.
Yeah.
It lists his position as heir.
And heir.
Yeah, as soon as you see his name, Sachs Goldman, you kind of know where it's coming from.
I mean, dude, you're telling me this guy wasn't rich before he went to Congress?
He replaced Jerry Nadler.
Oh, Nadler. Yeah.
All right. What about
old bitch?
What about Daryl Issa?
Yeah. He's from California, right?
Jeez, how do you know all these people?
That's what I'm telling you, dude. Like, I look at this stuff.
Oh, how about this guy, Vern Buchanan?
Oh man, that sounds like a bump to me. It sounds like a grifter.
Buchanan
I think he started a channel.
A political dynasty, dude. Believe it or not, but because he's probably related to Pat Buchanan,
Republican Florida, a businessman, aircraft and holding. What?
That's what. You see what I'm saying though? Like, there's the business side
His
of things.
His middle name is Gail.
People conflate. So, you got to be talking about Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, Bernie Sanders, right? These are people who have been in Congress for a long time whose net worths have climbed, right? Mitch McConnell's is even stranger because he had a wife, got divorced, married that Chinese chick. Her family was really wealthy in China, started a trust fund, and then Mitch McConnell was getting paid out like every year. That's how he made his wealth. And let's just say he had some pretty pro-China policies for a long time. Just saying. That's real corruption. That's real corruption.
That's not corruption. He got bamboozled.
He didn't get bamboozled. He's like
bamboozled, dude. He seems to be having a good time with his pie.
His wife.
How do you get bamboozled into becoming rich?
His wife tricked him.
Tricked him into what? Making money? What are we talking about?
Who is this? It's like, I got bamboozled, man. I'm a fucking rich dude.
God, now I'm 100 millionaire. God. Jesus.
I got bamboozled.
How to pass a couple bills in Congress.
Did he just like walk past a homeless guy and just sighs at the life he could have had?
Like that's real corruption. Nancy Pelosi, like these guys, legitimate. But there's people, when you start going down that list of the richest and the wealthiest, most of those guys were already wealthy. Like you said, the money thinned out and they were like, I want power.
So what do you think about with Elon?
Rich people go to the government to get power. Poor people go to the government to get rich. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. And not to mention, rich people, dude, they always want more money. They want more favorable contracts.
They want money.
They want their business to grow. Elon, makes no mistake, Elon wants to be a trillionaire. He absolutely does. I mean, he's got to pay for his like harem anyway.
He's got all them kids, baby.
He has another one.
I don't think
he has a few other ones. Oh, you don't believe that one? I still thought it was funny. I mean, obviously it was like a clout chase, but she got her bag.
Did she actually get a bag?
She must. I mean, he pays for her apartment in the financial district in Manhattan, at least. That's something.
I mean, yo,
is that official? I didn't see that.
I don't know if it's official. It's still rumors, but I wouldn't doubt it.
She's got everything set for life.
I don't know. All you had to do is just have this dude just on top of you for a little bit, and you're good to go.
Scott's in.
What if? I mean, what if their children has like a touch of autism though?
I think they're in it for the IQ or the money, dude.
I think they're in it for the money, dude. I mean, you could say, oh, my kid, his dad, the richest man in America,
Time out. That's sick. I mean, girls don't like guys for their money. They could get their own money.
Shitty people transcends gender, dude.
Did you see that? You know how like Kanye West is getting a divorce or whatever with that chick, and they don't have a prenup. I saw this thing. I was like, didn't you write a whole fucking song about this?
Oh no, they're really getting divorced.
Prenup? Really?
Yeah, they get divorced and they don't have a prenup.
How are you gonna write the Gold Digger song?
Money, dude. That's what I'm saying. Somebody was like, did you write a whole song about this?
I wonder why they're getting a divorce.
I don't know.
Because of the mental abuse that's going on.
He did say I can say whatever I want. My bitch still comes through, and what was like 2 days later, divorce.
I do know when I think they went to some awards show.
Oh, the Grammys, and she's like wearing nothing.
She was literally wearing nothing.
And Kanye was like, "Nah, just take it off. Just take it off." And she was like, at first she was like, "No, I don't want to." And then he was like, "Just take it off." And then she just took it off. I was like, "Jeez, man, golly." And then a day later, they're getting a divorce.
And then he's just like, what was it? He was trying to sell swastika t-shirts.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah.
When he does that stuff, though, he's looking for attention.
I mean, it's obvious, but
he's about to drop a new album. There's no doubt.
Yeah, when people, you
have to keep in mind he made Graduation. Not enough people are talking about that.
Right, but hold on though. We need to get to the root cause of this. Why do guys need so much attention? It kills me.
Everybody wants attention, dude. Everybody wants to be remembered. I mean, there's a reason why people build giant statues of themselves, you know?
You probably should ask that question as you're recording a podcast. I don't know. That just seems weird to me.
No. I mean, okay, look. So yesterday I'm dealing, and there's 3 blackjack tables. I'm in the middle, right? There's a girl on the left of me and a girl on the right of me, right? They're not ugly.
Damn.
And I'm like, man, I'm over here sweating. I'm working. And I'm like, dude, like every time, like when it was like a revolving door. Somebody would sit down, get up. Somebody else would sit down, get up. And like they would just bypass these girls and come sit at my table. I'm like, bro, like 3 hours in, I'm like,
how did you turn this whole thing on you? Like you've made it about you all of a sudden.
Oh,
because I'm narcissist.
What's attention?
I need to because you don't understand. I had this vented in, and this is the way I vent out. It's to you guys because I have no friends.
There's people that just find talking to their fellow guys easier than talking to the females.
Nah, dude. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, man, I know this guy is gonna sit and down at my table because he needs attention, and I'm like, these people are gay. Just leave me alone.
Have you ever thought maybe they're just scared of women? Maybe they have a wife back home that doesn't want them to talk to women.
Or maybe they know that women aren't good dealers.
That's true, too.
They're bad at the maths.
Yeah. The math is hard.
Oh, my God. Anyway, what were we talking about? Thank you for the bet.
About you. We were talking about you.
Talking about
we were talking about how much attention you need.
Yeah, you're just like, having your Yeezy arc.
I like being invisible. I like being invisible. I want everybody to leave me alone.
Dude, I don't know, man. If you ever got famous, I'm sure your Twitter page would look wild.
I wouldn't even...
Says the guy who wants to be called King Scott. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be invisible.
I would... Hold on, though.
People like, I just met David Grush, true hero. He's opening up all of our minds, and if you don't believe him...
We are summoning UFOs right now.
It's not UFOs. Summoning, it's invite. We're not summoning, we're inviting UFOs. Bro.
We're inviting UFOs.
Psionics.
Metaphysicalness.
How do you guys not believe in UFOs? That's crazy to me.
I do believe in UFOs. I don't believe in everyone who says they see them.
Well, you got too many people coming out. You got way too many people to ignore the fact. It's so many people.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Where are the bodies? Where are the bodies? I need to see some alien bodies. I need to see an alien craft. How come they all crashed in the 40s, but nowadays we don't see shit?
They all crashed in White Sands, Mexico, right? New Mexico or whatever, White Sands Desert or whatever. That's where they crashed.
Is where Roswell.
Near Roswell or whatever. If you want to see the bodies, get us in the Area 51.
That's in
Nevada, right? Yeah. Can you get us in the Area 51?
I can't get
That's exactly why we can't see the body.
I don't even think he can get into Area 51.
That's exactly why we can't see the body.
I'll make some phone calls.
The aliens, please. I just
They're gonna be like, it doesn't exist. It doesn't. If they don't tell presidents,
I'm just gonna call people and be like, please hold for Mr. Musk. And they'll be like, what do you need? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're like, Elon, you guys show the people need this. The people are craving it. He should set. I don't know, but they should be taking bets on when he's going to announce Doge to audit Area 51. I mean, he's missing opportunity.
That's what I'm saying, dude. How is that not a thing yet?
Everyone will hail him as a hero, going like, "That's a guy."
He would be our next president.
I don't.
Well, he can't be.
Well, I don't know. The laws could always change.
He could change the laws to make him a dictator and rule the world.
Rule the world.
But I mean, like, look. There's like that picture that you guys sent me on X. David Grush wasn't even there. There was no picture of David Grush or the other guy, Jake Barber.
That was him.
That was two random people.
That was David Grush. He was bald with a beard now. He's got a beard. That was David Grush.
He is bald with a beard.
How do you, Jordan? You don't even know who David Grush is?
You sent me pictures of the hearing he was involved with. He looked bald with a beard.
You're pretty.
Hold on. You're saying that David Grush in the hearings was bald with a beard?
Yeah, it's David Grush, right?
See, that's what I'm saying. You don't know who David Grush is. Let's look at this. Let's look at this photo. Let's look at it. Chris just goes credibility gone.
Well, I mean, like, do shamans and gurus have like firsthand knowledge of the UFOs?
They're all linked.
They're all linked. Do they get the same download?
All right, UFOs, right? They operate at a time, space and time, right?
Okay.
I mean, I don't know that. Do they?
They do, right? They operate out of space and time, which is 4D, right? You are 4-dimensional. You are. I mean, your soul is 4-dimensional. Your soul, who you are, is 4D. Like who you are the beginning and the end. Like, I mean, like I don't. So they are linked. Who you are, that divine spark that gives everybody life. You are the beginning and the end.
Hell yeah.
There is no time.
The alpha and the omega.
There is no time and space. So they are linked. So if people, like I said, I mean, that's why it does make sense. Like if you do, have the meditation and you're able to become still, I mean, there are probably chances that you can attract UFOs because you're not operating in time or space.
Which
but I mean, like,
has just made this whole entire audience dumber. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Billy Madison.
I wish I remembered the whole quote because that is how I felt. Like I was just like, what?
I mean, I know it goes over your head.
Why haven't you started your fucking like conspiracy show? I made you an art and everything. I will edit your episode. We need this information out there.
Because it's not conspiracy, it's truth. You just like you have to.
Why haven't you done it yet?
I'm gonna start it. Now that I'm getting the momentum.
You gotta look at those lights you're getting on King Scott's TikTok and let it like fuel you. You gotta be like, you gotta get inspired from it.
Exactly.
Then we need you. You need like the whole like Lex Friedman kind of setup, like in the beginning where he's like, it's just him, his bust, and he has a black background, and you need to have like a suit or something, looking like Men in Black, and then that's when you start spitting shit in your mic.
I don't know why you're so angry at Lex Friedman.
All I said was just take his aesthetic.
Yeah. I don't hate his aesthetic. I like it. Huberman does the same thing.
Did you think I was joking?
Andrew Huberman.
Well, you're always talking shit on Lex.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Because Lex sucks, but his aesthetic is still cool.
Why does he suck?
He sucks, but his aesthetic is still cool.
He's insightful.
Sure.
He's
insightful with his little pushbacks, his soft little, ham.
He doesn't need to push back. He just wants people to talk.
Yeah, I know, I bet.
And he does push back sometimes. Well, he asks questions. I think he has clarifying questions. But here's what he doesn't do. He doesn't say when they give a bad answer where he's just like, well, that's wrong because of this. But he gets them down to say to like the lowest level, and he just moves on because there's no point in like combating people.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? 60 Minutes? What is this? CNN?
I know,
They
right?
don't combat anybody either.
Like,
you're having a conversation. No. I mean, most podcasts, like Lex Friedman's podcast, you're just having a conversation. You just let the guy talk. You know what I mean? You can agree, disagree, whatever. Like, share your opinions. It's just a conversation.
Okay.
Not like
all right,
60
all right. Boiling it down to the bottom again, I think you should do the aesthetic for your podcast.
You want me in a suit? I know, I
mean,
look
you want
good.
to look a little official, you got those suits, you got to put them to good use, right?
I know I'm a corporate guy.
I'm trying to help you out, dude. I want to build I don't know how, but I want a media empire.
We'll do it. I'll do it. I'm getting it done today. Like I'm gonna clip this show, and then I'm gonna
clip it out. So here's the thing with your conspiracies, I think you need to do more than just UFOs and Egypt.
Hold on. I am first of all, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just speak nothing but the truth. I speak only thing that I have experienced. Like I'll talk about like my downloads.
Name of the show: Conspiracy Truthist. Got it.
Conspiracy Truthist.
Clip it.
But I mean, I've never seen an alien. I don't know if aliens exist.
And why are you always talking about them?
Because he wants to know they're real. He wants the proof. There's proof somewhere.
We all want them to be real. All right.
I mean, like they do say like people that are obsessed with UFOs probably had an experience but can't remember it.
I have never seen people who are obsessed with UFOs not say it or say that they had never had an experience.
No,
maybe a handful of them, but most of them are like, okay, I was standing outside when I was 8 years old, and this ship hovered above my cabin in the woods. And
you know what is scary about aliens? Have you heard any abduction that was pleasant?
No, it's all going up the butt, dude.
That's what I'm saying, man. And everybody's like, aliens, they're here to help us. But I'm like, dude, listen to any abduction story. Not one of them has been like peace or friendly. They're all being dissected or, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're all being probed and shit. And like, it's like an Independence Day where they're all like cheering on the aliens and they all get blown up on the top of the roof.
Exactly.
That's really what it's going to be, dude.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm terrified of. But did you see? Oh, speaking of which, did you see how NASA upped the percentage of that
3.2
asteroid that's going to hit Earth in 2030?
Yeah, the city destroyer.
Yeah, it's the highest percentage they've ever given an asteroid for hitting the Earth.
It's gonna keep rising until it hits zero.
They said that was like one of the main focuses on James Webb Telescope was to go check it out. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, like Lou Elizondo's like, yeah, I got a bunker in Utah, stuff like that. Like, bro.
Wyoming. He's in Wyoming.
Or Wyoming.
You can those bunkers, they made like there's like an
old
military like flight thing. People can buy those bunkers.
The silos.
Yeah.
Those old silos. Yeah.
They're really cool. What people do with them are actually pretty cool.
They're pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We got one. We could probably buy one.
They're not too expensive.
Yeah, I saw one for sale for like 30 grand.
Yeah.
No, that's cheap.
Yeah,
cheap.
it's the renovation of them though, right? You got to like put
plumbing
and electrical and all this other shit.
5 years to do it, man. How big are those silos though?
They're fit huge. A plane, dude. They can fit like a Boeing.
They're huge.
We're about to enter in what's that TV show with the Volts?
Oh, Fallout.
We're about to be in Fallout, bro.
I don't think they could survive a nuclear blast, but like
Fallout. What was the other? Silo. Silo was the other.
Silo.
One. Yeah.
Silo.
I mean, those. I was looking at them and they were looking pretty fucking dope. I won't lie.
But I mean, like, how many asteroids have they said that were supposed to hit us, though?
Again, the percentage rises until it hits zero.
This one's at 3. Well, this is the highest they've ever given. It was just 3.1%. And apparently it was so high. I guess China is now going to be testing deflection capabilities this year.
I heard I read something like the US like gave up on it. Like if they blew it up, like the fragments will be worse or something than the whole asteroid. I don't think they want to blow it up. They just want to change its trajectory.
If you just move it a little bit, it could just fly. It will just pass through. The
shitty part is, what if it just hit the moon and blew up the moon, and then the moon just rained down? Nobody thinks about that shit, dude.
Dude, if it hits the moon, we're dead anyway.
It's dead. The fragments, tides are gone. That'd be wild too.
Then you're gonna see Elon Musk and all his rich friends in an ark.
They would piece
on Mars.
They would piece on so Mars quickly, but
and that's what Jordan's gonna be like. Mars was real the whole time. No.
Actually, if I saw them like blow up to Mars, I'd be like, they're gonna die there. Whatever.
You're gonna die here.
You're gonna die. What are you talking about,
All right,
man?
at least I can die in my home and not some
At least-
dustless
at least
planet.
What Elon said was funny. He's like, yeah, I'd love to die on Mars, but not on Impact.
Before we die, I'd be like, I bet they're going to eat each other.
Okay.
They're only going to be in space for 6 months.
They're going to eat each other. They're not going to survive Mars.
Not yet.
They wouldn't survive Mars. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Why don't you think they can survive Mars? Mars used to have what? Mars has liquid water.
Where is its liquid water?
Near the caps.
Near the caps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you drink that water?
You probably can.
They make those straws now. You can drink any water.
You can't drink that. And not to mention, is an inhospitable atmosphere. It's a wasteland with dirt. As soon as dirt gets into your fucking spacesuit, it's going to tear you apart. You can't really do anything there. You can't
sound like
anything there.
Nah, dude. You sound like the people from Oregon Trail. I wouldn't go on no Oregon Trail.
There's no comparison, dude. That's
yes, it is.
That's no Oregon Trail is just no. If the Oregon Trail was like, hey, let's move all the way to the middle of the Sahara.
No.
Or how about why don't we go to the Oregon Trail to Antarctica?
How about this? How long did it take them on the Oregon Trail?
It was like a few months, 6 months to get there.
How long is it going to take you to get to Mars?
There's
a comparison.
Again, okay, say you're taking that trip to Mars. What are you foraging?
You're going to have everything there, right?
How about you hunt some buffalo on the way there, I guess? Maybe you can forage for some berries. I don't know. If the wagon breaks down, you can just keep on going. If the spaceship breaks down, what happens then?
Bro, we have...
And not to mention, you're going to a place with life in Oregon Trail. You're going straight to a wasteland. You're going to Antarctica, buddy.
You don't think they... Hold on. First of all, we have stuff in space that has lasted longer than years in space.
No one's up there in space permanently. There's no returning home for Mars.
Why do you hate the Mars thing?
I don't hate Mars, but I understand it's just unrealistic.
It is realistic.
It's not realistic.
It's extremely realistic.
Not realistic. No, you're just talking science fiction at this point because that's all it is at this point.
At this point, but what about tomorrow?
Then if something changes tomorrow, I'll change my tune. But right now, it's science fiction.
This is what you need to do. You need to take impossible out of your vocab. Dude. You have to take impossible out of your vocab. How are you like when you have to think outside the box, like when there's pressure on you and you have to do something that's never been done, you will not win. You will not succeed because you will just say impossible.
Okay.
Can't be done.
Okay.
Can't do it. Okay. I'm just saying this limits you. Don't let it limit you.
It's silly.
I'm
sorry, but it's silly. Like, it's a cool idea to want to live on Mars, sure, but it's silly.
No.
Unless you can terraform the planet, it is a pipe dream.
Can you terraform the planet?
No,
can it be done?
You can't.
Yeah.
There's no technology for it. If you say nuke, I swear to God.
Nuke the poles over and over again. You build up dust. It creates an atmosphere. And then I played this game where you could terraform planets. You just build things, and it just makes the planet terraform.
Yeah, just makes it better.
It happens. There was
bring cows, dude. They just fart out methane.
Yeah, bring the cows. Yeah.
See, dude. But you know what though? They said there was
no ozone.
You guys want to?
Is just gonna keep going.
Do you guys want to hear a conspiracy about Mars?
Oh, the aliens.
Yeah.
The Ice Warriors. Saw that in Doctor Who.
No, I never heard about that. But the CIA, whatever, they brought in some remote viewers, and they were like, "Can you remote view? Can you remote view Mars?"
I am not on the Mars, the remote viewing stuff, the RV stuff. I cannot get.
What the
I
fuck
want
is
it to be real.
Viewing?
I want it to be real, but it's not real.
What is remote viewing?
Remote viewing is You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. I'm more like I lean on your side with this. Like when they keep talking about remote viewing, it's like
What the hell is remote viewing?
they say everybody can remote view. You just have to be taught it. But at the same time, it's like I don't know because it's like we would know by now. You know what I mean? Like I would know by now.
Just
It's psychic ability.
Exactly.
so yeah, it's people who can like project themselves either into the past at any point in time or any place in the universe, pretty much.
Okay.
Uh,
Is this supposed to be like some form of like quantum entanglement?
nah, I mean,
Not really.
they'll always say, "Hey, we don't actually know how it works, but we just know the techniques in order to get it."
So people are remote viewing, let's say, all the way to Mars, like millions of years in the past when there were probably, well, it would probably be billions of years in the past where Mars was at one point habitable.
No, it was 1,000,000 years. So it was 1,000,000 years, and they said there was giants on Mars. Like there was giants, and there were what happened was I think something came and hit their planet or something.
No, there'd still be structures. Mars is not really changing. It's a wasteland. It's unchanging.
Hold on. First of all,
yeah. Well, I mean, that doesn't stop anything from decomposing, though. I mean, if it's been 1,000,000 years and there's no atmosphere, like it's just going to get bombarded.
And there is structures on Mars.
There's no structures on Mars.
What?
There would be some remnants of a civilization if there was indeed one.
Dude,
why?
Hold on. What about the obelisk? What about the obelisk?
It was 1,000,000 years ago. I don't think anything would last.
If Earth turned to Mars, there would still be remnants that we were here.
I don't think
it would
so.
be the Great Pyramids.
I 100% think so. We have stuff made out of natural structures. Steel probably would take forever to degrade in like a zero atmosphere.
1,000,000 years?
There would be something, yeah.
No, there's no way.
I 100% feel like there would be.
Oh, he's 100% on this one. I strongly disagree.
No.
Yeah. But remote viewing and viewing giants on Mars.
I'm saying this is what the CIA found. I'm not saying it's real or it can really happen. I'm just saying, do you want to hear a conspiracy? This is what happened. But they do have structures on Mars. They have pyramids on Mars. They have the face on Mars. They have
the face on Mars really different in different lighting.
Yeah, because that's what they want you to see.
Now it's a conspiracy. There's where the conspiracy goes.
That's what they want you to see.
This is the truth. Listen to the truth.
That's what they want you to see, Jordan. What about the obelisk? What
obelisk?
Oh my God! Look, dude.
Yeah,
look up.
You don't know about the Mars obelisk?
I'm looking it up right now.
It's on Phobos. It's on the moon of Phobos. Just look it up.
Phobos.
Obelisk on Mars is moon. There you go. Right there.
Okay, the Phobos monolith. Alistair. Why is there always a guy named Alistair?
Because, bro. Because. We're right. Listen to Buzz.
It just kind of looks like a rock.
Yeah, listen to Buzz Aldrin. Okay? Yeah, the guy who actually walked on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, though. Like, Buzz Aldrin.
Aldrin says a lot of things, though.
He says crazy things.
He says some crazy things. I think he's just kind of touched with dementia.
He's dead, dude.
Yeah, I thought he died.
He's dead. Dude, how do you
disrespect? Pour one out for that man.
Yeah, I know, man.
What are you doing?
Anymore.
Why are you
so disrespectful, dude.
God, that guy walked on the moon.
Okay.
What have you done with your life? What have you done with your life, Jordan?
Dude.
If I wanted to
you think this is Michael Collins? You think you can just shit on this guy for not walking on the moon?
Buzz Aldrin isn't dead, you fucking idiots.
He might as well be.
He's not dead. You guys are shaming me for fucking saying that he's not even dead.
He is dead.
Wait, when did he die?
He's 95.
That's dead, dude.
He's not dead though. Fuck, you can make him president.
Dude, he's looking rough. Oh my God. Who's this hottie he's married to? Oh,
You're thinking of Armstrong.
Well, Neil Armstrong's definitely dead.
I thought he was dead the whole time.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
That's not one.
Jeez, man. He can't even defend himself, Jordan.
And he married a youngin.
I didn't say shit about Armstrong.
Like 2 years ago.
35 years old or 65 years old.
Buzz Aldrin?
Yeah.
He married what? Oh,
bro,
damn, he married someone. Who the fuck is Anchor Farr?
She doesn't want to work anymore.
I don't know, but damn, he's 30 years older than her and he's 93. I didn't know that stuff happened.
She doesn't want to work anymore, man. She's like, he's on his way out. I just got to stick through it.
Is he like super rich? There's no way he's super
I don't know,
rich.
but she looks like she's had a lot of plastic surgery done, so I think we know why she married him.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly why.
That face is looking touched.
He is on his way out.
How old is she?
She's only 65.
She's 63. He's 93.
That's wild to me.
What? Hold on. No, they're 95. He was born January 20th, 1930.
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin is 95.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin 95. Oh, he was 93 when he married her. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I think at this point, 2 years don't make a difference. I'm just going to say.
All right. That's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for listening to Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is X.
This is C Money. Remember the
I just want to say, I want to let you guys know that I won all my debates today.
Hell yeah. Mars is unfeasible. Thanks for listening.
You know what I mean? It's going to be terraformed. We got this.
Yeah, we can terraform it in theory.
There was giants on Mars. Okay, bye.